Hey guys, it's Alexander Williamson here with The Secret History Living in Your Aquariums. Today we're going to someone else's aquarium. We're going to visit my buddy Lawrence Kent, and he has written articles for just about every tropical freshwater fish publication and native United States, native North American fish publication that there is. If you're active on forums and things, you probably know who he is, or if you have a fish club, he's more than likely come and spoken at all the major fish clubs. So Lawrence lives in Seattle, Washington, and he's a very busy guy with work and things, but we try to go collecting natives and things when we can. However, today we're going to be checking out one tank in particular. I have other tanks to show you guys in the future too, but I want to get to it right off the bat because this is an awesome experience. He let me and then Matt and Andy, who work at the Wet Spot down in Portland, Oregon, which is also the Cichlid Exchange. So it has, I mean, these guys know, you name it, they know the Latin name for it. Just wealth of knowledge in these two gentlemen that were also there. And so we're basically just standing in front of the tank, and I apologize for the audio, but the video, you know, it could have been a little less glare and things, but I mean, it just is jaw-dropping to me, the species, and a lot of them are things that that Lawrence has collected himself personally in very hard to reach regions. You know, he's been to Benin, he's been to the Islamic Republic in Africa, he's been to, you know, Liberia, the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, things like that. So he has been all over, and he's collected fish all over and brought back a lot of the species that the Wet Spot and other people have in the U.S., and a lot of those species still aren't described. So we know the general group that all these fish belong to, and they all have a placeholding name, but most of them are not settled on the exact species within the group of species that they make up, that makes up their grouping. So I'll just stop talking and let's just jump right into the video. But I wanted to give you guys that little rundown, and it stops a little bit abruptly, and it's just because we were all just casually hanging out, and I thought I'd bring you guys right along. So come join us and check out this incredible tank full of fish you'll probably never see again, realistically, but very cool fish.
Then my mother won in a raffle. You were in Connecticut, right? For the ACA in Connecticut?
Nope.
No, Sean was there.
St. Louis is my first ACA.
Oh yeah.
Is this a 180 or?
Yeah, it's a 180. Yeah.
Nice tank.
But the good thing is it's got more sump down here too.
Oh, great.
It probably has 200 gallons altogether at least.
Does it have baffles in the sump too? Like,
yeah,
yeah, that's nice. Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Just Dakota's red and black.
Yeah, that turned out to be a great fish.
Yeah.
And then when I bought that fish from Steve and you guys, we didn't know how big it would get.
Yeah.
And there were some online sources that said that it got full, you know, just Dakota size.
Yeah.
But others said no, and the others were right. It stayed this small. I think I probably bought that fish from you guys like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And
well, this Dakotas are historically slow-growing fish, so if
oh
you only
really?
had it for a year and a half, I wouldn't call that conclusive.
Oh, okay. But they've only grown like 10%.
Have you ever kept Sex fasciatus?
No,
They take 10 years to get.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you can actually get a good like 6 years out of them.
Yeah. Before they lose all their color.
I love all these guys schooling.
I've seen those fish get collected in the wild in the Congo, and fresh out of the river. They're so pretty. They're so great. So photogenic. But then everything I've read is like they get too big and they're too aggressive.
Yeah. Was it just Dakotas that was just reclassified, or?
Yeah, Disticotis, the family
Turconis.
itself, that was traditionally known as like Disticontidae or something like
Yeah.
that, was recently reclassified to its own, somewhere taxonomically speaking. I want to say there used to be Lestids, and then that was a subfamily or something, but then they just elevated the subfamily to its own family. They're no longer Lestidae.
I think the Neolobius are in the
Yeah.
same family, right?
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
So that means they aren't considered Charciforms anymore, or?
Put those in here?
The order
Yeah.
of Charciformes, if I remember correctly.
These guys, Lawrence.
It was a new paper that just came
Oh,
out.
I just remember the African
those
Freshwater
are
people kicking,
lampi Congo
kicking all
tetras.
that.
Oh, they're just big. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're really
The
pretty.
coast fans out.
yeah, they are. Those, I think they were $25 each. I think.
Oh, dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I bought them every single time we get them in, and every single time I'm just like, no, I can't.
They're a
Those
really
so
nice
good,
color.
I think I got 9 of them.
Them and the Fantastiques are my like
Oh, yeah.
absolute.
Yeah.
Are the Fantastiques better?
I think they're comparable.
Uh-huh.
Like I think they're both insanely gorgeous. But I don't think one's better than the other. Like they're
Okay.
both just amazing for their own different color palettes.
Is it the same species? It's Phenacogrammus, like.
These are Ariantis or something like
yeah,
that. I believe.
Orianti.
Yeah, because I think the Fantastique is Phenacogrammus Fantastique.
I believe so.
And
Okay,
then
but that's not
the
a real.
Lampies are their own.
What cichlid is that in here?
The big ones?
Yeah.
That's Heterochromis multidens.
Okay.
Heterochromis
what they say is
multidens.
like the top of the biological tree. It's like one of the oldest cichlids in the old world.
Yeah.
Really?
Come from-
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
They look like a South American almost.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
do. They look like Central American, I'd say. Yeah.
Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But they're from a remote area of the Congo,
Super pretty.
and they were extremely rare until some of these NECA people really started breeding them.
Oh.
And I got them at ACA about 2 years ago.
You got Mormorate in there. Is that a Peter's eye?
No, that's a Tamandua.
Oh.
Captain Memorial Iris Tamandua.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a great fish.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have the eye spot on the side.
He is
Interesting.
really, you can see how smart he is.
Oh,
He
yeah.
dominates the tank. He does whatever he wants. And he's grown. And the great thing about it, this is the most shocking part, he'll eat flake food.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
He'll eat flake food, yeah.
And then, oh, okay, it's just the color of the lighting. But I was like, are those two different? But now I see that they're the same.
No, the
They're
Disticote is
gorgeous,
black and white. I mean, black and red. Those things are fantastic. At night, you guys have seen this, right? Yeah, at
They're
night,
gorgeous.
they turn bright red with black
Yeah.
stripes on them.
Oh,
It's
cool.
like they're totally different looking fish.
And they get
You're right,
that
you're
big
right.
there?
Like, I mean, not even close
Wow.
to being related, but I used to have the watermelon tetras, the Coruleus,
Pentagramus
Coruleus.
Those are beautiful.
And first thing in the morning when I had them, just beautiful, like pink and red.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of picking up a new group to act as dithers for my white Sminorums. But yeah, no, like I love like that color flashing that
Yeah.
like some of these guys do during certain times of the day.
Yeah. It kind of makes it more special when it's temporary, because then you're like, I caught it.
Yeah. I go and check my fish rack in my garage like just right before bed, and I'll have my Hikari Danios.
Well, these guys are beautiful
What
too.
is it? I don't even think they're described yet.
Are you catching some red on them now? Yeah, good.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
red
like,
is beautiful.
My Hikaris will have like the most beautiful blue body with like yellow highlight to like the outside, like right in the evenings.
Oh, you're talking about the ones where the females and males are different colors, the yellow and blue for
As
you.
far as I'm aware, Hikaris aren't dimorphic.
They're the Hikari Daniel.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
one in Amazonas magazine they talked about 5 years ago, and they thought they were two species because they kept getting females that were yellow and males that were blue, and
Yeah,
then
I mean-
then they realized they were they're the
Yeah,
same species.
they're like they all look the same,
Oh,
like
yeah, I read that.
during the day. But right, like at nighttime when the males start coloring up, the males will get the like all blue body.
So cool.
It's really nice.
Did
Uh,
you get Disticote's Tool's Eye or Decimaculatus when you were in Portland a while back?
No, the only Disticotes I've bought are these ones, which are like the
I
red,
thought that
red
you
black.
got one of the dwarf ones. You thought you were seeing a pair behavior in there at the store. Maybe.
I didn't buy them.
Oh.
I didn't
What?
buy them.
That Mormorade's nice and friendly.
What is it, Tegelsai? And what's the other one?
Decimaculatus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that, right? And I did some research on that.
Those are
afterwards,
beautiful.
yeah. But then I didn't order them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Why do you mention it?
Neat fish that nobody has.
Yeah.
How many of these
The
are
pictures
there?
I saw, the
These ones.
Decimaculatus, though, it looked really kind of like olive,
Yeah.
gray, dull. Right?
Get these
Yeah,
subtle
well,
colors coming through,
Yeah.
man.
So you
Hint of
have them in
green.
the shop?
I don't think we have either right now,
Uh-huh.
but we've gotten both species in fairly regularly.
And they tend to sit forever, you know.
Yeah, I mean because they're fish that are this big, they eat plants and are $30 a fish.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody wants to pay that.
Oh, I saw you guys got, speaking of expensive fish that'd be nice to buy, but they're too expensive, the telegrama you have. Telegrama
Yes,
for sure.
they're gorgeous. I
Ooh.
put them in a 40-gallon at work,
Yeah.
and they were so shy, doing
Really
nothing.
pretty.
I know they come from, fast flowing water,
Yeah.
but I've read that they just kind of live in crevices
Uh-huh.
in fast flowing rivers. So I threw a power head in there, and now they're out and about, swimming
yeah.
all around.
Sorry.
The behavior is so much nicer with the power head.
How many you have?
There's 3 pair in the store.
Wow.
I don't know if we have any more.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I had the different genus, but pretty much the Cinnadontes Cordalis,
Yeah.
But the male was so tough on the female, I eventually killed her. I think you need a big tank for that to get by. I don't like a 40 gallon wasn't enough. The bullfire nice though. But,
Yeah, that's a great fish.
I think I invested in a big group of them.
Is that the Raphael Catfish looking guys?
Yeah,
the bullfire?
It's called African 3-stripe.
Okay.
It's like Paraeutropius bullfire, I think.
Do they
Is that it? Do you know? Something like that.
Paratropia, something like that.
Yeah.
Paratrophius?
Not no Tropius.
Oh, Tropius, I was like-
Yeah.
It's one of the
Really?
genera that contains the African glass cats, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
But there's like 3 or 4 different fish that come in traded as the African glass cat.
Yeah.
So
Right.
another example of how common names don't mean anything.
Yeah.
And the people come up with slightly different ones. I think they call this African 3-stripe, but then I've seen other names for it too.
They
You
school
guys-
really
I
nicely.
saw on your list you've got butter catfish.
Yeah,
Shield Bay
intermediate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great fish.
But
Why is it called that?
They don't get like this though.
Do they?
Oh,
get
man.
I thought I seen
huge. Yeah, it's a
smaller.
food fish.
Oh,
The
It's a
locals
food
eat it.
fish. They look good though now when they're small.
they're very pretty when they're small.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
this big.
I see baskets full of them. They're very common in Africa. People harvest them for food. Yeah. I was really tempted, but then of course you have to be smart enough to buy fish that's going to go to 19 inches.
You could throw it in here and just eat everything.
Yeah. I think I kind of maxed this thing out now.
It looks really pretty. I mean, the movement in it is really cool with the different sizes.
The most expensive fish in here you probably haven't seen yet, which is the Cinnadontes Cordalis.
Oh.
From
Oh,
Cameroon.
That's a gorgeous.
that's the snowball spotted type one, right?
Yeah, it's spotted and then it's got a stripes on the tail. It's a combination of stripes.
Yeah, he's right under here. Yeah. I can see his
Yeah,
tail.
that's kind of his spot. Yeah.
He's good size too,
Yeah,
huh?
he is. And then I also have an
Oh, there's his face. Oh, the Angelicus get good size too.
You see the Angelicus over there?
Yeah, I think we have an ancient Angelicus in our 500 still. Like the thing is almost as old as the story, ain't it?
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Very old.
cool.
Yeah, it's got like cataracts.
So probably
It's incredibly fat.
9 inches,
Fried,
maybe?
constantly eats.
It's neat because Angelicus is one of the few Cinnadontes that will actively hunt fry, which I think is really neat. Because most of mine, I'm sure you've seen it. I've seen videos of Cinnadontes rasping at algae in the wild.
What are these guys hold up together right there in the back?
Oh, let's see if our friends can recognize those ones, because of course they were
I don't
purchased from
see
the
a
wet
fish.
spot.
Do these
You'd be
guys?
better at it than me.
Some tetras in the back there. I'm gonna have to look up.
Yeah,
the
nice
name.
little blue.
I gotta look up the genus. I know the name.
I don't know. I mean, the first thing I wanted to say was Siphocarex, but of course that wouldn't be in this tank.
That's true.
Man, these guys are so pretty up top.
When did you get them? Did you get them during my tenure at the store?
Probably about a year and a half ago.
Damn it, then I have no excuse.
Yeah, you seem to know all the fish. It's pretty impressive.
I would hope Lawrence knows all this fish.
Non-Ethiops.
Nanathiops?
Yeah. That's the
It
genus.
sounds really familiar, but I can't place it.
Interesting.
You notice there's this one line across the body?
Yeah.
Unilineata? Is that it?
Unitaniatus.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Really kind of, that's just like a fish, it's not spectacular, but it's like, when they were on your list, I was like, oh, no, we'll never see these again, I'll get some. But I think I think all the males got eaten by the multidens. The males were more colorful, they had red on them. But they were small enough that the multidens, once they got big enough, the cichlids got big enough, I think he had hunted down and ate them.
Man, these red ones are so pretty. That red and gold in there together, that's kind of subtle, green, red.
Yeah, you gotta see them at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tetras. Is it red and black or black and red?
I think it's
they go
red and
one
black, but
red and black. Mm-hmm.
Tetras.
Yeah, they're from the Republic of Congo, I think.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's quite the republic.
Yeah. What is it? Lifalili. No, not Lifalili. What's the name of the river? There's a river. There's a river. A bunch of good fish come out from that.
I've never been there.
Yeah, neither have I actually. I've never been. I've been in the Democratic Republic, but never into the Republic.
One day.
Democracy, even better word there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us the tank.
The
Those are
Longipinis
beautiful.
are super robust fish, aren't they? They
Yeah.
the big Tetras.
The Rabulistes, yeah.
Yeah, they
That's a really nice fish.
yeah, they're not Rabulistes, are they? Are they
I
really
think they
classified?
were moved into Rabulistes.
Oh, really?
There they go.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Because they were like they were Brycinus, and then they were Brycinolestis. Wait.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
Brycinolestis.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of,
Yep.
we're both half right. Yeah. Brycinolestis, yeah. I'll show you.
Beautiful.
Oh, there's the Cinnadontes. There's the Angelicus.
Yeah. And then, here's the other one too. They're both over here.
This is that wood I bought from you guys that floated for about 3 months until it finally sank.
Persistence pays, huh? Are these real rocks in here? I saw this one with a hole in it, and I was.
It's a combination of real and fake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake. That's fake.
I was wondering if you had to keep
That's
the weight
real,
down or anything.
That's fake. That's real. It's amazing. That's fake in the back.
That's
I
cool.
got them from that. What's it